I realized I've been busy. I ain't really been on the game in the last like 3 weeks. If I have, it's only been like an hour or a couple minutes. I haven't really played much of anything really. Chocolate. I have not even really played Fortnite, and Fortnite, honestly speaking, Fortnite really hasn't done that much. In my honest belief, Fortnite has not even done anything, relatively speaking, in my honest opinion.
I no. Okay.
Alright, let's see what them guys talking about. So they know how to mic. Some people be weird. I'm not that type of person like to talk on the mic. Like to me, playing with randoms and stuff like that, I don't like talking on the mic. It's just weird. And some people are just weird. They just flap their gums too much. But yeah. My honest thoughts on Fortnite right now. I mean, Fortnite is not that bad of a game, honestly speaking. It's just the problem with other games. I just bought the Galaxy skin, but that's my last purchase. I think for a while. The Jewel guy, he can be gone. Don't care. But yeah. I don't gotta save my money up for right now. If I get like, hopefully there's some type of new stimulus bill or stuff like college students, because I got $700. I just had to apply for it, and I got it because you know college students, we got expenses, we got certain stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. The only problem I think I got with like certain stuff, really speaking, is just like everything has been like shut down. And because everything has been shut down, relatively speaking, in my honest belief, stuff should have been shut down a long time ago, like February. Because to be honest, I can tell you exactly when stuff started to get shut down, and exactly, I mean, it wouldn't negate 100% all the damages and like unforeseen events and circumstances and stuff that we had. It's just the fact is, it's just like, okay, you do this for a certain period of time. I know that guy's gone. You didn't do something for a certain period of time, and then like all of a sudden, you know, 9 times out of 10, you know, even with the lockdown, if you follow all the guidelines and stuff like that, people still gonna get COVID. That's sad reality. Some people are gonna fare off better than that. And I feel like a lot of this stuff is really survival of the fittest, if you really think about it. Not, I don't know, some conspiracy theories, but like just thinking about it, younger people are gonna fare better than old people because the immune system is compromised, and everybody's body's response to it is always 100% gonna be different. There's someone else. Somebody might fare well. Some people might have adverse reactions to it. I can't 110% say that, yeah, we're going to sit up here. People are going to get, not get COVID and not have any type of reaction to it, because that would be false. For someone to say that, oh yeah, COVID stuff is fake, I don't think that COVID is fake. What I do think is that there's just a lot of stuff going on. and not too many people want to do anything. What? I got it killed. Alright, but say I got elimination. I don't 100% believe that. Yeah, I definitely got my kill. That was just a bad spot from a point, like from start to finish, but that's besides the point. Like, in order to play a game, in my opinion, and certain stuff like that, if we talk about Fortnite is an okay game. I'm not going to make an excuse for it because I'll be inconsequential. I do feel like okay, if I drop a game for free, let me think of a game that's really bad that people, I forgot the exact name of the game. I know it's not bulletproof. I don't even know exactly what the game is, but I have it on my PlayStation. I used to play it, but you had to pay money for the guns. No, I know what it is. It's Blacklight Retribution. I don't really think that game was really even good by any means. And one game that I think that was decent, but it just never lived up to its full potential is which one is it? It's like, oh yeah, Tom Clancy. After you start playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Rainbow Six is it's not 100% free, but the Division, that's the one. Rainbow Six is still holding on in there, but the Division, I'm glad I did not spend, you know, upwards of like $29.99. I got it for like $3. But yeah, all honesty, there's certain stuff that I just don't like too, especially in like transacting business and certain stuff like that. At places like, I went with my sister. I've been busy the last 3 weeks and been on the road a lot, going up and down the road, trying to help my sister move in her apartment and stuff like that. That being said, it's like some of that stuff, like too, especially dealing with furniture and moving, nobody can tell me that furniture is really worth the price. And the way they doing stuff, like how can you charge, you know, $600 or $800 for a set? Now I know the stuff they're trying to make, obviously business and stuff has to be profitable, but at the same time, don't be charging people $800 and stuff like that and you don't have the actual items and equipment there. Or the stuff is back ordered. You know, wait until September. I know COVID and stuff has, you know, destroyed the supply chain, but honestly speaking, I would rather people be up, at least honest, relatively speaking, instead of trying to make a sale. That's my whole thing. And the thing, I gotta go back to school and like Monday, and they're supposed to be testing us every 2 days for COVID. Everybody has to be checked twice. I hope it's not like, I hope it's like government official thing where you can get a result in, you know, 30 minutes instead of like every other, like every 5 days. Cause that would be hot. I don't even think we should even go to school. College, or anything. Even with 10 people, you don't know what people and stuff come in contact with. Another thing I'm not doing again, I'm not getting a haircut again. And I'm hell-bent on that. I'm not getting a haircut again. For quite some time. I'm just not cutting my hair. It's not that hard to cut your hair, but then again, a lot of people don't have the equipment and certain stuff like that to cut their hair. I can understand it, but at the same time, I mean, think about it. You can mess your hairline up, that's given, but you gotta think about it. I know, like, certain stuff, like people, they create like a natural outline of your hair, like barbers, they put chalk and stuff on people's head. I don't agree with that. You can just follow their natural hairline. and shape it and then sculpt it. Like, but at the same time, like my sister said, we do a lot to like maintain a hairline. Like if we think about it, our hairline and stuff is artificial. That's given. There's nothing natural about our hairline. Honestly, our natural hairline, when it grows back in after haircut, it looks terrible. I'm going to be honest. But the thing I'm glad I don't have a widow's peak. I don't normally like playing like this because it's just terrible. And ever since I hit 100, I mean I bought a few tiers to get to 100. But yeah, I'm supposed to be pre-ordering the PS4. Hopefully if I get some money, I'll just stack my money for a little bit and then that's what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and pre-order it. But I gotta make sure that I have a certain amount of money that I'm not spending no more money. I don't think that GTA will be good, and that's my honest belief. I don't believe that GTA 5 will be good for PS5. I just don't feel that that's going to be that good. Like, cause on average, how many times are you seriously going to buy a game? But yeah, it's just like certain stuff that I don't really understand, like the furniture, like people buying furniture. I understand people and certain stuff like that have to make money, but there's certain stuff in professions I just don't. Like, even if you know something isn't right, you know, you're trying to make a sale. Like people with direct TV, like someone's a salesman. I mean, I don't really care if someone get mad if like they're what you're gonna try to make a sale. Direct TV, you don't even believe like some stuff that comes out of there. Like the salespeople don't even believe half the stuff that comes out of their mouth. They're, for all they know, they're just trying to make a sale, just get somebody to believe it, so they can try to get up in the company. Numbers really don't matter in a company. I hate to put it, they had all these quotas, but even if you're a top salesman, they're still gonna lay you off. They're still gonna lay you off. So it really doesn't matter. You could have, you know, spent years of your life trying to build this company, do a number of things, and it's just not gonna happen. That's sad and unfortunate, but like, yeah, people got corporate burnout. They got other stuff, a lot on the plate. You know, you can't try to make stuff happen that ain't there. I feel like that's some people's prerogative. They're gonna try to make stuff that's not really even happening, but they're gonna try to make it happen. What happens when I mean like certain stuff trying to make stuff happen? Like if you on average, if you think about it, the average thing with a business and stuff like that, you know, you can try to give people a deal on a very limited, like, I say selection. What I mean by that is like, yeah. I would've had that dude, bro. I want bad. I mean, I can stop playing this game for a while and still be alright at it, but I mean, for what it's worth, I think I did good. Considering I haven't played the game in a while. I really don't think that you lose skill from playing a game like Fortnite. If you don't play it for a while, I do think that you don't, in a sense, have the ability to do certain stuff, and then by the time, like, I know there's something that people do, like there's some type of sensitivity with the mouse and keyboard to help you build a little bit faster, like the sensitivity, like if you try and do all these little crazy builds and edits, there's some type of sensitivity and stuff like that. If you need to change directions where you build and like do a ramp in a different direction, it can help. But I don't feel like certain stuff, like people talk about control freak. A control freak, in all honesty, I feel like it don't really give a competitive advantage. And that's just me personally believing that. Like, I don't think I need a Skull controller to go 70 and 5 on like any game. The most kills I think I've ever gotten in Call of Duty is definitely like 79 kills. It's like 79 in that range. That was on Black Ops 4. I was pretty decent at Black Ops 4. I just think the Black Ops 4, in all honesty, it is just bad. That's just my honest belief. And what is my honest belief on the game being bad? I just think bad does not mean the game, in all honesty, wasn't good at a certain point. It's just something like development-wise I feel like isn't good. Like Apex. Apex is an okay game, I would say, but the only problem I have with Apex is that the guns and certain stuff like that have been lackluster. You can get out of here. The guns and stuff has been lackluster. Like, I could play a game for maybe, I could say, when I play Apex, I only play Apex a max of like 1 month. Downloaded it again, I didn't like it because it had nothing to do. I was pretty decent at Apex, but I just didn't like it. Because if you think about it, you had all these different characters or legends. And that have anything to do with I didn't know how to play. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the feel of the game. It looked cheesy at that time. Like, there's certain games that only look good for a certain period of time, and I feel like that's sad. Like, there's nothing that can make you seriously be like, oh, you know, like sidetrack and say, okay, I see it for this. Because on average, if you think about the average game, it's going to be more than what you pay. You could invest $70 in a game like The Last of Us. I'll be pretty pissed if I bought The Last of Us and stuff like that. It's a single player game, and the thing about a single player game is that single player game practically implies that after you pretty much done with the game, like even the Ghost of Tsushima, that game, I think it's very good graphically, but otherwise than that, there's nothing else it has to offer. It's a really great game, and it really has a lot of graphics and textures that put the PS4, it would be better optimized on PS5. To me, the game looked like it was better, and it was prepared for PS5, but it looks great on it. Basically maximized the specs of the PS4. Hopefully they do something with the PS5 or try to do some type of Ultimate Edition, have some single player content or something. That's the way I see it. But all these other games, I really don't know. Like The Last of Us, I'm not really looking forward to that. It has nothing to do with like, okay, it's not that I don't like The Last of Us, I just don't think The Last of Us is really a great game, in a sense, besides the single player. And single player was leaked. The multiplayer, nobody ever talks about the multiplayer. Everybody talks about it's going to be game of the year. I don't know if it can be game of the year if half the stuff was leaked. I don't really know. That make me think otherwise, because once you have a game that has leaks, the downward trajectory is going to be pretty high for it. because you think about it, all the marketing, all the build up, all the hype. The game that I'm not even pre-ordering is 2K21. I'm just not gonna buy it. That is literally the last game that I think I'm gonna get. And the thing, I don't even want to even see. I honestly really don't even want to see what you call it. 2K21 trailer. The trailer with the sweat that they dropped the PS5 like reveal. That didn't really do anything. That just showed off a little stuff that they want you to see. You move on it, you expound upon it, you do that, you show off the capabilities, you show the sweat, you show Zion Williamson. Okay. That's good, relatively speaking, if you're trying to just show off a few things, but otherwise than that, I really wasn't that, what you call it, I really wasn't that excited about that because the graphics, the game, like I said, I'm really going to be looking forward to getting is definitely. That's the only game I'm probably seriously going to consider buying. If it's 100%, if it's a launch title, the game is free, but I'm still going to buy it. But if it's $70, I'll still buy it because it looks good. It just looks good. But right now, I just got like, I think I got like $112. I'm just gotta keep on saving. Because once when that thing goes live and I get this other check and hopefully they have another $700 check thing, I'm gonna put like $450 and then the other money that I have, I'll probably take $450, not $450. I'll probably take $250, then $250 of another check that I get, and it'll be like that. Where are we even going? But the one thing I can honestly say, once you buy a game for full price, you shouldn't even have to wait a certain number of times like for something to be released. Like the correspondence between the two developers that I do not like right now has to be NetherRealm and 2K. Because it's almost inexcusable for no type of correspondence. You know, I understand that you can't, for like contract reasons and purposes, you don't want stuff to be leaked out here. You know, people are data mining for the games, but you know, I really don't see myself, you know, buying any type of edition or really supporting DLC when you're not even being transparent to like the actual people who just supported the game. And what I mean by supporting the game is that you'll release a game for full price, right? You have all these different editions come out. You have all this stuff, you know. You have top reviews from PlayStation, Game Informer, IGN. You have all this stuff. Your gameplay was showing off at E3. Gave a little teaser. E3 didn't happen this year, but I mean, before everything, like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat peaked so high, and then it fell down so fast. Relatively speaking, and there's a lot of kickback. I know COVID and stuff, people, the development of the game, people and stuff are working at home. I don't even know how you work at home on a video game. Like, what type of software? And then the patches, like, how do you upload a patch? If you like a game, gameplay lead designer, how do you go and, because that patch stuff takes a long time. I guess it happens weeks in advance, and you send outline and stuff. It's ridiculous. And one game that I think that's kind of like, the game has not really been bad, but a lot of people still play it, is Tekken. Tekken has been pretty decent. Considering it's been like released like, I think 4 years ago, and they keep on supporting new content for it. The only problem I got with these games now is that certain games are only really realistically living off of, you know, former glory on average. Like, if you think about the average life cycle of a game is probably 1 year, if it's one of those type of franchises. The other thing that I'm not really seeing is like from Xbox. You talking about Xbox has potential. They haven't released all the specs. It's gonna be better than PlayStation 5. I'm not sure. I like competition. I like that. But at the same time, you haven't heard anything about Xbox exclusives like Gears of War, Halo, those type of franchises and stuff like that. Which has phased out, unfortunately. Halo used to be good. I used to play that on PC. That's probably one of my first games. My sister used to play Halo, and then she downloaded it on the computer, and I was just playing that. I seriously used to play Halo every day, like in 4th grade. And what I mean by games and certain stuff, it's not really doing that much. If you spent, you know, $65 on the game, now it's going to be like $73 after taxes. I think I'm not going to really. PlayStation, in all honesty, has to, a game has to come packaged. Honestly speaking, for them to stay relatively afloat. I don't think that they have to. But yeah, like what I'm saying, like, if you were to buy a game for full retail price and you just like, okay, I see in the game, I bought it, there hasn't been anything to it. The only game I say is disappointing, it's been out for a while and they haven't done anything, and it just kind of lived off the single player. And that goes right back again to what I'm saying about these games. You can never be so sure with the game of the year stuff. I don't think it's bought, but I definitely think that's just not good. Like, on average, if you think about it, Red Dead Redemption peaked. It peaked to a point where it couldn't, you know, with the launch of their online, it couldn't fathom. The single player was phenomenal, but the thing about their online play, it was nominal. It didn't have a name to it. It was terrible. Why does this guy keep spamming? He's about to get blocked. About to get blocked. I don't spam people. Like, I really don't like doing that. By all honesty, it's just like certain stuff I just don't do. Like, especially with these games, like, I try to highlight like some of the games and certain stuff like that, but some of these games and certain stuff like that, that even some of the bigger name people, especially like if you get in the you know, any fighting games or certain stuff like that, that stuff phases out. Like at first, Mortal Kombat, it wasn't even at Evo. And then Evo, the allegations came out about the, what you call it, the founders set up here, sexually harassing young men. And that's foul in itself. What I mean by certain stuff too is like the games came and went. Like Mortal Kombat was one of the best selling. Mortal Kombat 11 was one of the best selling games in 2019. Same thing with Red Dead. The games had a trajectory that was way too high. The expectations from them was way too high, and they under delivered. That's the thing about setting a bar too high, making a lot of money, and certain stuff, games and certain stuff. They know the projects and stuff is going to be successful, but higher ups and certain stuff like that, you don't want to spend a certain amount of money. And I can see it, and then again, I can't see it. Because if people are good enough to spend, you know, 40 bucks on an expansion pack, you know, that's where a lot of stuff goes to, expansion packs. And there's nothing wrong with that in the fact. But then again, what happens with that expansion pack when you keep on having all these Game of the Year or Ultimate Editions, and you kind of screw people out the money. It gets packaged or repurposed as a different type of thing. And so it'd be better not to buy it, but the competitive advantage, if you had it for a while, you've been playing it, you'll be well off. The only way I'll probably download Mortal Kombat once they add smoke in a few. Bro, this guy about to get blocked. You're about to get blocked, bro. I'm telling you that right now. This guy's a weirdo. Some of these people are just weird, bro. I was hoping that they had RPGs, but they don't. I'm not buying nobody no skin. Like games and certain stuff, and you shouldn't be a certain price. I'd rather them package as a thing, but that's how people make money. I'm not against people. I just hate the tactics about how people make money. It has nothing to do with the dollar amount. I could care less. But you know, you package or you repurpose something all in one. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just get a flat out price instead of jump through loops and hoops, nickel and diamond people. That's a little bit foul. And at the same time, there's no correspondence. No correspondence. Like you spent, you know, there's people who spent, you know, $600 on crappy mobile games. That's none of my business and stuff like that. But if you spend $600 on a mobile game that isn't even good, it's not graphically good. You know, you brought that on yourself. Like Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is terrible. I think there was some type of thing that came out where someone bought like it was a grown man. He spent like $30,000 on a Transformers game to have a maxed out Transformer. You know, I don't care how people, what you call it, you know, $30,000. That's a lot of money. But at the same time, the fact that, you know, you agreed to have a whole article posted, you spent $30,000 on a mobile game. That's ridiculous. She got hit. I still got the analog drift a little bit. I don't have it as bad, but I still have it. God. I don't stop how I play. I still play good, but other games that can be problematic. I could see how that is problematic. Oh. Getting that guy's tired out. I think these guys are hiding out in the sky. I'm gonna be pretty honest. But it is Saturday. I see you. I'm disappointed in that result, but there's nothing we can do. West using. Wow. The only thing that I think that Mortal Kombat has done, in a sense, to say is, hell, you got what you call it. I might leave it. The reason why I did that, I don't want to see that mess. Oh, TikTok getting ready to be banned. That's fun. I never really used TikTok at all, so. After like 2 of these, I'm gone. Don't land there. We don't have to land. But I think we will, hopefully. I think they scaled it back. Only a tad. But yeah, business-wise and some other stuff, bro. I'm really not messing with too much stuff, bro. Thinking about it, I'm not really pre-ordering any games. Games and stuff is not going to get a free, you know, $65 and stuff like that. I'm not about to do that no more. Not be a sucker and buy a game. All the additional content doesn't mean anything. I'm being dead honest about that. Because it don't matter. DLC. There's certain games under-delivered for DLC. It shouldn't take... The way Mortal Kombat and stuff is like... The bar is so high, but then again it's so low. And the honest reason why I feel like that is because if you had to think about it, it's going to take them over a year to release the content. You're not going to release it all at once. Now, they did the thing with the Aftermath. They did that like that so they can get that $40 out of people. I'm not mad about the $40. What I'm mad is about how it's been March. No, it's in May, June, July, August. It's been like a good, coming up, if you count that, that's like 4 months. The anticipation, you didn't really hear anything, the build up. And stuff like that, that makes me, I wouldn't even say 100% mad, but it definitely makes you scratch your head like, okay, how can I even try to, you know, try to even balance that? If you pay, you know, $65 and, you know, looking for this new content pack and stuff like that, it's like $40, but with everything putting out a combat pack up like $59.99, so it's bundle all as one. Now, I'm not mad about that, but what I'm mad is about how people expected to get some type of discount from being a combat pack owner. It's like thing with Seasons Pass, I would never buy Seasons Pass. Because to me, if the bar is that high, then it's going to get pretty much low after a period of time. You made your money. You already know what you're going to pay your money for. You already know what you're going to do. You already know that a certain caliber type of stuff that, you know, people are not going to pay, you know, $75 for, I wouldn't even say $75 like, but with a season pass, you're at least looking at $60 for the life cycle of the game. But like on average, who's trying to spend $65 on a game when there's other games out there? Especially like, you know, the other stuff. Like let's think of some other games that we got going on here. Like what game is it? Let's think of a game that really had DLC. It came out. Not saying it was bad, it just didn't do as well as people thought it would. Like, yeah, Infamous. I don't know if the thing went bankrupt. The group who made it went bankrupt, but you don't hear anything about Infamous. That's probably one of the games. I hope they have something for PS5 though. Infamous. I would hate for them not to make a game for what you call it. That was one of the things that was bundled. I do feel like it was bundled. With the console. And then you had First Light. First Light came out when I was a sophomore in high school. I only had a chance to play it one time, but Infamous was pretty good. It came out like with pretty much each generation after a certain point when they were moving on and upgrading. You know, the PS3, the fat PS3, PS3 Slim. They had games and certain stuff like that, but I think it's unfortunate on average if you think about how many games just like you saw to a certain degree, you know, you couldn't justify paying that amount of money. Like, yeah. Like Infamous First Light, that was like DLC, but then it came out as a game. I never really had a chance to play it like that. But the Infamous First Light, what? I'll play one more and I'm getting off for real, but yeah, like games. On average, if you played a certain game for a certain point of time, like, think about Infamous. Infamous, there's no other game. Like, Infamous, they had one thing for their, like, for a certain period of time. Infamous, like, 2, I think that came out around 2010 and then 5 years later. So I think they're overdue. I think they're overdue for a game. Infamous Second Son. Yeah. It's been 6 years. Yeah, Infamous First Light, it wasn't really all that. People destroyed the game. But yeah, I really don't foresee anything good coming from certain like developers. That's honestly speaking, because you think about it, the pool of cash and certain stuff like that, they have the money. They just don't want like, even if a game was profitable, like if a project is $6 million or something like that, they're not gonna want to do that per se. Even though they could probably make triple the amount, it's still not going to be good enough for a certain number of people, like a developer. I'll probably play a game of I do Save the World now because I'm actually kind of getting tired of this, but I do a game of Save the World or 2 games of Save the World and I'm getting off. I'm wasting time with this. But like what I'm saying, it's like, yeah, you play a certain number of games, you're playing the games, you're enjoying it, you're trying to do the number of definitely trying to play the game, right? Reposter. He ain't been on in a week. That's tough. We all had to go back to school though, so. The thing about me too, thinking about these games and certain stuff like that, you really don't have that much like pushing space to even justify even paying a certain amount of money. Like the especially with Save the World, like Save the World is good, but the new package that they got is not worth the money. I still get V-Bucks, that's given. But on average, if you ask me if I will ever pay another dime for something, it's not even I'll be mad about paying money or monetary amount for certain stuff. It's just the matter of fact, like, you pay money for certain stuff and you never really receive what is expected. Like, Save the World, we've been expecting an update. Now this thing, the Ventures, it's interesting, but then again, it's not that interesting. Because, like, you look, I gotta keep playing the thing for here. Because it's like a battle pass. You get the Venture XP. You have challenges, seasonal challenges, and you get like a weapon voucher. There's nothing wrong with that. You just keep on getting XP. The thing they're not going to do is like triple XP. Or like 3 times the schematic. They're not about to do that or make it 3 times the Venture XP, because that way they're trying to make it a grind. And I'm really not a fan of Venture XP. I like the little storyline scenario to it, but the thing about that is you have way too many things coinciding with the actual overall feel of the game. Like you had the scurvy shows, that was kind of a letdown. You can't even really get matchmaking to work in that type of sense, and even if you did, it would be solo party. I really wasn't messing with that much after I saw it, because I realized a lot of audio cues and stuff. I was watching gameplay videos of people trying to get director rigs and showing what he did and all these different hero loadouts and stuff like that. But otherwise than that, on average, if you think about it, Save the World, there's not really a big pool of players in it. It's probably, I would say, out of Fortnite, it's probably like a good 40 or 50,000 people probably buying this. I'm not sure. They're not going to release the numbers. I know that much. That wouldn't make sense to release the numbers, because then that kind of like the bottom line. But yeah.
There you go. Get smashing. Keep smashing. Don't give up. Watch out! I don't want to die! They've got us surrounded.
Drop the atlas on the target when you're ready.
There aren't even that many people, bro, in this shit. So there's not anybody in here or joining. I might as well bounce. I'm about to just see how the lay of the land is, and I don't know.
Open mission control when you're ready to begin.
Yes, focus on the smashing. Hawk, Operation Kind to be Cruel is a go.
Ooh, you said that very well.
Focus your kind words on the imposter.
Hope y'all guys enjoyed the stream, bro. I'm out.